Jimmy and Rosalynn Carter, the remarkable couple who have left an indelible mark on American history, find themselves in the twilight of their lives. In their mid and late 90s, they've reached a stage where many might reflect on their legacies and contemplate the passage of time. But they've been defying expectations and not only are enduring their twilight years, but embracing them with joy and contentment. Join Facts First as we present Jimmy Carter and his wife celebrate their anniversary in hospice care. The Carters in hospice care at home. Former President Jimmy Carter is the longest-lived president in U.S. history and is expanding that record every day of his 98th year on Earth. And yet he is seemingly approaching his final days as he lives out peacefully in his home in Plains, Georgia. It was recently announced that Carter would not seek outside medical help after a series of visits to the hospital for undisclosed ailments. But Carter's preference switched from having to regularly go out to receive medical care to having full-time hospice care at home. There hasn't been a specific illness announced to the public, but at 98 years old, it seems likely that there are various issues popping up with his general health as he approaches his final breaths. Fortunately, Carter is in good spirits and enjoying the remainder of his time on Earth. According to his grandson, Jason Carter, he's particularly enjoying the little things in life like ice cream. According to Jason, Jimmy and wife Rosalynn Carter have been together for more than 7 decades and are very aware their time will likely come soon, but that they are leaning on their faith and their family. He said President Carter is aware of the many tributes coming his way as he enters his final era and that he's been touched by them. Rosalynn's health. Rosalynn, who's 95, is also likely nearing the end. In May of 2023, the family released a statement saying she was suffering from dementia. They also noted that she's living happily with President Carter in their home and is trying to enjoy the remaining time they have together. Rosalynn has long been an advocate for mental health, so her family felt it was vital to spread the word about her condition. This was both to keep people in the know about her health, but also to help continue to reduce the stigma around mental health. They pointed out that 1 in 10 older people in America suffer from dementia and that they need to be allowed the care and support necessary to battle the disease and its symptoms. Jimmy and Rosalynn's relationship. The relationship between Jimmy and Rosalynn Carter is a remarkable love story that spans decades and has stood the test of time. Their journey began in the small town of Plains, Georgia, where they both grew up and first met as children. Jimmy and Rosalynn first crossed paths in 1920 when Jimmy was 3 years old and Rosalynn was a newborn. They lived in the same neighborhood and attended the same church and school. As they grew older, their paths continued to intersect, and they became close friends during their teenage years. The friendship eventually blossomed into a romantic relationship, and they started dating in 1945. But their courtship faced a brief interruption when Jimmy left to serve in the U.S. Navy. During that time, their relationship endured through heartfelt letters exchanged between them. Upon his return, they reunited and were married July 7, 1946. They settled in Plains where they raised their 4 children, Jack, Chip, Jeff, and Amy. As Jimmy pursued a career in politics, Rosalynn became his trusted confidant and supporter. In 1976, Jimmy won the presidential election and Rosalynn took on the role of First Lady with grace and dedication. She played an active role in the administration, focusing on issues like mental health, education, and the rights of women and children. Throughout their years in the White House, Jimmy and Rosalynn remained a united front, navigating the challenges of the presidency together. Their relationship served as a source of strength and stability, supporting each other through the demands of public life. After leaving the White House in 1981, the Carters continued to make a positive impact through their philanthropic work, including the establishment of the Carter Center, a nonprofit organization dedicated to advancing human rights and promoting democracy worldwide. Their post-presidential years have been marked by their commitment to various humanitarian causes, including Habitat for Humanity, where they actively participate in building homes for those in need. Their relationship is characterized by mutual respect, unwavering support, and a shared dedication to service. Their story is a testament to the power of love, friendship, and the ability to weather life's changes together. Tough decisions. During his presidency, Jimmy Carter was faced with several difficult and potentially unpopular decisions that tested his leadership and required him to make tough choices in the best interest of the nation. One of the major challenges Carter faced was the energy crisis of the late 70s. In response, he implemented measures like fuel conservation, the development of alternative energy sources, and the creation of the Department of Energy. These initiatives aimed to reduce the nation's dependence on foreign oil, but they required sacrifices and lifestyle changes from the American people. Carter facilitated negotiations between Egyptian President Anwar Sadat and Israeli Prime Minister Menachem Begin at Camp David in 1978. This resulted in the historic Camp David Accords, which led to a peace treaty between Israel and Egypt. Although the agreement was a significant achievement for peace in the Middle East, it faced opposition and criticism from various groups. Carter took a strong stance on human rights and made it a central aspect of his foreign policy. He condemned human rights abuses by countries like South Africa, Iran, and Nicaragua, often facing backlash from governments and political factions that were not supportive of his approach. His emphasis on human rights sometimes strained diplomatic relations, but reflected his commitment to moral principles. He negotiated and signed treaties that transferred control of the Panama Canal to Panama. While the treaties were seen as a step towards decolonization and honoring Panama's sovereignty, they faced opposition and criticism from those who believed the canal should remain under U.S. control. And one of the most challenging episodes of Carter's presidency was the Iran hostage crisis, which began in 1979, when Iranian militants seized the U.S. Embassy in Tehran and held American diplomats hostage. Carter faced difficult decisions regarding how to handle the crisis, including failed rescue attempts. The crisis lasted for over a year and severely impacted Carter's popularity and re-election prospects. These decisions were not without controversy, and Carter faced criticism and challenges throughout his presidency. But he approached these difficult choices with a commitment to his principles, often putting the long-term interests of the nation and the pursuit of peace and justice above short-term popularity. Charity and legacy. President Carter's work with Habitat for Humanity and other charitable organizations has been instrumental in making a lasting impact on the lives of individuals and communities. Through the Jimmy and Rosalynn Carter Work Project, Jimmy and Rosalynn led teams of volunteers in constructing homes in various locations, both in the U.S. and internationally. But their contributions extended beyond Habitat for Humanity. They established the Carter Center in 1982, an organization dedicated to promoting peace, democracy, and human rights worldwide. It played a pivotal role in conflict resolution, election monitoring, and disease eradication efforts, including the near eradication of guinea worm disease. In 2002, President Carter was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for his decades of tireless work in advancing peace, democracy, and human rights. The honor solidified his reputation as a global statesman committed to making a positive impact. President Carter's legacy is one of compassion, humanitarianism, and dedication to improving the human condition. Now it's time to hear from you. Did you know that the Carters are in hospice care at home? Let us know in the comments section below.